Welcome to Ratnam College of Arts and Science. I am with you, Dr. Subhashini of Ratnam Institute of Management. Here, today we are going to see about the course called as an Fundamentals of Investments. So, before going to this topic, let us see why we have chosen this topic. Yeah? So, it is wondering, right? What is called the investments? So, everyone knows we say about, yes, investments, we talk about savings. But what is the difference between an investments and savings? You want to learn, right? Yeah. So let us come into the course called as an Fundamentals of Investments in this today's world. So why investments if you take? So lot of people they say I have invested, and many people they are very well versed in the stock markets and they invest. Some people if you take non-financials, okay, so how they do invest? So we need to teach them what are the fundamentals are there that we need to learn before going for the investments, because we know that every investment is involved with the risk and return. Okay, so the first one we need to understand what is the difference between the savings and investments. Let us see in this PPT how it is. So here you can see investment is an activity that is engaged in people who have savings, right? So investments are made from savings, people invest their savings. What is it? These two terms are really confusing, is it? Yeah, yes. So whether we can say all savers are investors? Yes, there is a big no. There is a difference between a savers and investors. Okay. So what is meant by a savers? Savers, they park in for a temporary financial arrangement. Suppose I want to have some liquid. Okay, so I just park my money for my temporary usage. Those are people called as savers. Then who are all investors? Yeah, let us see into it. So the investments versus savings. So here I can see when I want to advance for a money or when I want to provide a loan. So do I expect a return? Yeah, really I expect some return from that. Those are called as an investments. So savings, it will lie and it will not give you any capital appreciations. So whenever you want, you can use that liquid funds. It doesn't give you any increment out of it. Okay. So in both these cases, we expect to get back the money with the interest at a future rate, which we call it as an investments. So investment involves employment of funds with the aim of achieving additional income or growth in values. It is a commitment of funds made in the expectation of some positive rate of return that we expect. So example, if I want to deposit a money, so what is it? I'm getting safeguarding my principal. So what is the return I'm going to get? I'm going to get in terms of an interest. If I'm going to buy a debenture bonds, what is that I'm going to get in return? I'll be getting my interest and I'll getting my principal also. If I'm going to invest in equity, what do I get? I'll be getting my shares, increment, capital appreciations will be there. I'll be getting my dividends, I'll be getting there. Because of this, I go into the equity. So why is there only a physical asset? Is there any appreciation? Yes, there is an appreciation in physical assets. So we can divide it into like physical assets and financial assets, we can divide into it. Let us go into much deeper into the investments part. So what are the characteristics of investments? So before I enter, I need to know what is my return, what is the risk involved, what is the safety and liquidity. If I talk about the return, any investments there is a primary objective, we know that we need to get the returns. So the returns can be in the form of the capital appreciations. It could be between that. What is the capital appreciation? You are purchasing an asset and you are selling an asset. What is the difference? The profit which you gain or the loss you gain it. The difference between the purchase and sale, we call it as a capital appreciation. So this capital appreciation and the interest, we term it as the return we get. Yeah, very fine on the return. What about the risk involved in it? The risk may be related to the loss of capital. There will be delay in repayment. Suppose I am not going to get the payment in due courses. Yes, the risk is involved. Yeah, if the maturity period is being little bit delayed, yes, the risk is being involved. If there is a credit worthiness of the companies is not good, yes, the risk is involved. So we need to classify the risk in terms of the delay, in terms of loss of capital, if the interest is not paid in due courses, yes, the credit worthiness of the borrower and the nature of investments, right? Now, the next term is we need to understand is what is the safety. So, any investment we say we need to safeguard our principal. That is the main aim of an investments, right? So, the certainty of return of capital without the loss of money, the safety is the main important aspect. The other one, yes, all the three are fine. Return, risk and safety are fine. The next term is called liquidity. An investment which is easily saleable or marketable without loss of money and without loss of time, we call it as liquidity. So I hope this make you a quick understanding of the investment characteristics. Thank you all.